To be successful, you have to close on lots of deals. In order to close on lots of deals, you have to see lots of deals. In order to see lots of deals, brokers and other investors have to know who you are to even send you the deal in the first place. So marketing your achievements in this business, what you're doing on a regular basis, is really important. In this video, we're going to talk about the importance of marketing your investment company to the world, particularly brokers, so you have access to all opportunities. Let's go! I was recently on Rob Beardsley's podcast called Capital Spotlight, and we talked about the importance of marketing yourself as a buyer, as a strong acquisitions group, so that you can be made aware of all opportunities by brokers and others in control of the assets. Take a listen.
Marketing all of the successes you're having as investors. When you close on something, when you find something, when you're doing due diligence, advertising that stuff through social media, and so that your investors, your partners, your staff, all that can see that you're active is important, right? So brokers, one group. Good lenders are out seeking deals to buy as well for their customers. Call it the average lenders. They sit and wait for investors to come to them to ask them for debt. But the best lenders I've seen, the guys that do crazy good volume, they're out calling brokers. They're out talking to sellers. They're out talking to customers they've done business with and trying to drum up business, because if they can bring something to an investor, that is gold, right? And they're going to get a first shot at being able to finance that. Property managers are good folk to market to as an investor. I mean, think about how many properties are managed by property managers. And when their customer comes to them and sort of says, hey, we're thinking about selling, we need P&Ls, we need rent rolls. That's one of the first people they're talking to ahead of schedule to be able to put together documents to hand to brokers and to kind of go through the process of whether or not they even want to sell. So they get a heads up. And if they're already managing something for you in Texas and the guy they're managing for in Florida just called them up about selling, you can get a heads up that way. Appraisers, same thing. These are all people who you want to be marketing and advertising to, mainly through social media, but also through mailings and phone calls and email blasts and things like that, because the more activity they see, the more they think of you. So when they hear about a apartment complex coming up, even if they don't own it, the only thing they think about is Rob, because that freaking Rob is all over the place. Sends me emails. I see him on social media every time I come on there. I see him speaking at some conference. I see him putting on some sort of webinar. I see him doing a podcast. He just closed on a deal last week. All these things go together, and the human brain can't separate. They don't know if you own 200 units or 2,000 units. So marketing is a big thing that I think is super lacking in the investment world. And it makes sense. I mean, it's not like people who invest are naturally good at marketing. Like, that's a weird thing for people to be good at, is, how to beat their chest, but doing it in a way that's not like boasty, if you will. There's a way to do it that's tasteful.
Hey, thanks for taking a listen to that little snippet of the podcast by Rob Beardsley. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like down below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that little notification bell so you can be made aware of the next video that comes out. See you guys on the next one.